At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn all my records of Sony music being burned. Living in the famine on every television show. I'm a trapezoid orangutan. Badu, Beyonce knows. Stop signs and street signs, just staring at this nigga. I'm paranoid, itchy nigga right over my trigger. My mother, my father mother, a lot of motherfuckers said that I wasn't living right, but I ain't have any slaves, y'all slave master, and they ain't going out without a fight. See, every time my eyes close, I get lice attacks, rickets at Clinton and Main Street, and they want blood dripping out my nose. There's a lot of them watch me that they say I play the black card. That's why they watching it back. I can hear them when I'm deep in the snow. I can hear them when I'm deep in the desert. Every store was closed at 3 p.m. They had bankers hours like they was banker power. It's a wonderful life. Mrs. Smith went to Washington. Sometimes it's hard to cope. They said that I was the one selling dope. They couldn't keep a nervous head about the records at the regular school district. They said there was a world education crisis. That's when President Bush Jr. Sr. said there was no child left behind. But I was worrying about some of mine. I wanted them to watch me. They had the ancient mama bottle molasses and everybody watching it back. They said it was a heroin addict. I said it was a tarot card. And that's when Erykah Badu saw herself and her own reflection wasn't even hers. It was Katy Perry watching me out. She was on Good Morning America saying rumor war. That's why they're watching their back. They're watching their back steadily. They get them back. They said there was a war. Honor God. I said they're right. And somebody watched me back. But they don't know who I know. They don't know what I know about them. So they watched me back. They went to the commencement speech of Oprah Winfrey. It was at Saratoga, but it wasn't a university. It was at Marriott Hotel. That's when they seen the catering show, and they was eating filet mignon. If somebody watching that, they think it's Robert Roberts, but she ain't on the street, so I'm watching their back. I seen them when they deep in the cupboard. They went to the church steeple, but it wasn't even Melissa Gibbs. It was really the Archangel Michael Landon. Peter Jennings. Is somebody watching that? But they think it's ABC News, so they turn the TV off. I had 10 cell phones that year, but it was only April. It was one every payment, and that's when Bank of America said they was held hostage. They couldn't talk, and I did the print, and then I had still held hostage. And somebody watching that, there was a cow chip, it was a chocolate chip that said they're washing it back. And somebody watching that, it was a U.S. bus up case. Bus with a hooter was it wasn't in a taste. And late that Halloween, they got shopping for bras. They put a bra on the front of their team. A team was a Chevrolet. It was an Alero. But everybody know about Vinny at Milwaukee with the play show. They said it couldn't have been Vinny. They real Puritans and they live on a farm in Pennsylvania. It was somebody watching that. I saw them at Midtown Mall I had, and then they was really wearing their whole outfit. The whole outfit that they stole from my grandma in Jemima. She had cotton, it was sick, and that's how they did it, y'all. I did the dance, it was so for real. They said that Michael didn't really have a record deal, that he was set up by a dude named Conrad. I said Conrad was a black man. There's somebody watching it, and they don't know what it is, so they're Oprah Winfrey, and that's why they're walking behind my back. They're walking behind my back on the Lewis and Clark tour. I said I didn't know, I know was sure. That's when Susan said she was a real pimp, man. I said Cardi B had children, whatever. They said it might have been Charo. I said, remember what happened to Nelly Furtado? They said that wasn't Nelly Furtado. I said, it was Rhoda. She got a show on Saturday Night Live. She is a celebrity now, yo. If somebody watched me that, I said their minds playing tricks on the landmines on the royal family, but they going couch it, maybe BB. How they get the style they got? How they get the style they got? They said Prince William went up to the Royal Navy. That's when I remember when he was a little baby. Princess Diana said she was doing charity, walking through Africa with the landmine. She was shaking hands, but wasn't no food basket ever delivered on time. If somebody watched me that, is it Diane Sawyer? Is it that a real Mormon? So we all sent our back. But somebody said it was recorded, y'all. But it was a Falcon Crest show. And that's when Blake Carrington called. He said, died Nancy. I said, we already knew that, y'all. They said it was Pope Benedict. I said, we didn't know but Pope Benedict or the Pope was John Paul. If somebody watched me that, They said it was Falcon Crescent, and that's when they said it was not Lantern. I got another box of Quaker cornmeal, but it didn't stick to the fish. That was the deal. It was a real yield until it come showed up on Anderson 360. He said that he was caught. He didn't see it. They ran up into a cul-de-sac in the on the Lake Ontario. I said it wasn't Lake Ontario. That was the Indian Ocean, yo. And somebody watched me laugh. And now they're selling tickets for Tickle Hum, but they didn't never watching Beyonce back. And somebody watched me laugh. And everybody thought they had a tragedy. But they said Barack Obama said homosexual marriage was illegal. They said he must be crazy. They got 5 yuppies in the apartment. Each one was making $1,200 on Social Security. They got 5 yuppies in a hotel, an apartment on Jefferson Avenue, and all of them get $500 worth of food stamps, and they black males. And somebody watching that, and they don't know who it is, so I'm watching it back. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Day by day and day by day is Mahalia the coat. It was the first Lewis and Clark expedition that was known. And that was back when it was J.F. Rockefeller. It's been 5 centuries, 100 years of peace. And day by day it's getting harder to get cold. And now we know they really getting that Quaker Oats. They called up on Whitfield. I said, I'm my Aunt Jemima. They said, I'm Kizzy. They said, they know when we were watching your back. And somebody, this year, Halloween fell on a weekend. That's when Ghetto Boys were Rick and Treat, and we called the Federal Reserve, and Walmart said they didn't have no candy sales, y'all. They still selling candy apples. I said the FDA administration said it had to be canceled. They said they didn't have the manpower. I said that's when they had manpower pimps, and it was really Jewish, y'all, and it wasn't Jewish at all. It was a lost tribe of Judah. It was a woman. It was John. They had an eye, and that's what they did. I said the Mormon was back, and then the Mormon said, did they know Benjamin Franklin, and that's why they're watching it back. He invented electricity. I said there was an ego talent. They said, yeah, it wasn't ego talent. It was Falcon Crescent when they got the grits and the apples in it, and they got the money, but they wouldn't even give them for the medicine. And somebody watching that died nasty. I know where it is in Joe Buttrell, and they're watching it back.